So what are some of the top challenges that you solve for your clients?
Well, there's really four challenges, but one most important challenge, and it's about revenue. If you're not making revenue, you don't have a business. So that's the first challenge. The second one that affects that is time. How do I manage my time? How do I effectively leverage the time I have? Because that's the limited gatekeeping factor that everybody has. I don't care who you are. Um, Sometimes when you're growing your business, it's team. How do I build a team? How do I scale? And then ultimately, it's at some point in your business, it's how do I how do I exit? How do I get out of this business? Do I sell it? Do I transition it? How do I do that and do that effectively? And so really it's time, team, money, and exit strategy. The two tools that I really use today that are really effective and really simple are the strategic execution planning tool and the market execution planning tool. These are simple Google documents that we share. It allows us to keep track of what our strategies are and what our action items are and what we've accomplished and what our next tasks are. And it's just, these are really, really effective tools.
That is awesome. And so who do you think benefits most from your specific coaching?
Well, coaches come in all shapes and sizes, sports, business, any number of different things. But my coaching is about business, and it's really about subject matter experts. People that are excellent and have maybe great education or great experience in a certain field, and they want to take it out and make it a business, or they try to take it and make it a business, but they're missing some really key elements of a business. They didn't get training or coaching or education on business. My goal is to fill in those gaps. And what's amazing is when you fill in those gaps and you give them the right process, things turn really, really fast.
Do you have any examples of client success stories where you've used some of these strategies with them and have gotten really big results?
Well, sure. I the veterinarian that I worked with, she wasn't making any money. So for 5 years, she tried to run her own practice. When she worked as a vet for another company, she earned a nice six-figure salary, but she wanted the American dream. And so she started her own business. And we all know this is the way it works, right? Unfortunately, for 5 years, she doesn't even come close to making what she was making as an employee. And she's really pissed off, frustrated, and banging her head against the wall. And literally, when we started working together, we identified some key issues in her business that were out of whack. We fixed those. In 90 days, we drove $100,000 of profit to her bottom line. And all of a sudden, she was back up to where she was before. And not only did she get that, her energy level just skyrocketed. It's totally different when it's working and you're excited and you're coming to work, and yeah, it's big.
That's awesome. That can be life-changing, right?
It is life-changing. Again, she was frustrated and didn't sleep well. All of those things, when your business isn't performing, those things stack up, and they could lead to health issues, stress, all kinds of stuff. Once we got that turned around, now she's got consistent revenue. She can make investment decisions. She can make hiring decisions, and she can count on the money coming in to be able to pay for it. Because before then, she couldn't. It didn't matter how much money she made. She had to just hold on to it as much as she could because she didn't know what was going to happen tomorrow.
What's the best way for people to learn about your marketing strategy made simple system more in depth?
Well, I think the easiest thing to do is click on the free online training link above or below and register. It's a 45-minute webinar. You'll get a baseline and how all of this stuff works. You'll have a much better understanding of how all these parts and pieces are connected just by spending about 45 minutes.
How can our listeners connect with you if they want to access more of your free content and learn more about your services?
So my website, www.businesswit.com. That'll be in the link above or below as well. There's all kinds of stuff on there. I'd say, hey, subscribe to our weekly newsletter. That's our blog. We publish new, valuable content, tips, strategies, ideas, opportunities every week. And then, if you want to message me, I'm simply john@businesswit.com, and I'd be happy to hear from you. And I get back to people pretty quickly.
That's awesome. Well, there were some really great insights in here, John, and things that I think a lot of people can overlook at times. So this was really, really helpful and really awesome content.
I really appreciate being on your show. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today.